Today I'm gonna tell you about the day that my husband asked me for a divorce. Hi there. Welcome to my channel. You can call me Anna. Hi there. So today I'm gonna tell you about the day that my husband asked me for a divorce. Let's start. For those of you who are new here, let me just quickly say that this is a place where we come together to share our personal stories of life, love, relationships, family, marriage, and everything in between. So if you're looking for relatable stories from real people, please consider subscribing because every week I publish a new episode, and I would love to have you back for more stories. And while you're here, don't forget to show your support by leaving a like or a comment below, because your feedback really means a lot to me. So today's story comes from a member of our community. She asked to remain anonymous. And without further ado, here's her story. It was a Wednesday. We were having breakfast when he said, "I think I need a divorce." I almost choked on my orange juice. That was not something I expected to hear in the morning. I looked at him in disbelief. "What do you mean? What happened?" He stared into his coffee. "I don't know. I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's better for both of us. It's better for the kids. I'm sorry." Before I could say anything, he left the kitchen. I sat down, frozen. It took me a minute to realize what had happened. I started shaking. What did he mean? Was this planned? Why didn't I see it coming? Had he already made up his mind? These questions were hitting me like a storm. We were married for 8 years and our daughter was 6 and our son 4. I couldn't imagine life without him. Or could I? I wandered around the house trying to figure out what to say, what to do. Then I heard him talking to my mom. I eavesdropped from the hallway and felt my blood boil. He was telling my mom that he needed to ask me for a divorce, and my mom was siding with him. You have to think about number one, Mark. You need to do what's best for you. Best for him. How about me? How about my feelings? Had they been conspiring behind my back? Were they planning this together? I went upstairs to get away from them. When I came back down, they were gone. I kept replaying the scene in my head. What did he mean? Why did he want a divorce? Was it somebody else? Was he sure he wanted this? Should I try to talk him out of it? All these thoughts were running through my head like a movie on fast forward. I called him at work, but he let his voicemail pick up. I texted him. "Did you really mean what you said?" No answer. I called again. Same thing. I waited all day, pacing up and down the stairs, checking my phone every few minutes, expecting a call from him, wondering what he was thinking, wondering what I had done wrong. Finally, after a long day of waiting, he called me. His voice sounded tired. "I'm sorry," he said. "I know this isn't easy, but I want a divorce. I think it's best for all of us." I could feel tears streaming down my face. But why? Is this because of something I did or didn't do? Is this because of your parents? What did I do wrong? He sighed. "Nothing. It's not your fault. I just want to be honest with you. It hasn't been easy for me either." Honest with me. Did that mean that he'd been hiding how he felt for a long time? Had he been unhappy for a long time and I hadn't noticed? The following weeks were a blur. One day he moved out. The next he was filing for a divorce. The next he was seeing another woman. How did I not see this coming? What did she see in him that I didn't? Why did he want a divorce? Was he happier without me? Was she happier without me? He signed the papers establishing that I got the house and he found another place to rent. He said that he wanted me to keep the house because it was better for the children. He would pay child support, but I had to make sure that he saw the kids on a regular basis. They shouldn't grow up resenting their father because of me, he said. I nodded even though I didn't say a word. It was all happening so fast. I hardly had time to process it. He moved out. The house felt empty without him. His scent still lingered in some places. I wondered if he could still smell me on his pillowcase, his shirt, his shoes. The kids missed him. They would ask when he was coming home. Why wasn't he spending the weekend with us? Where was he? I told them that Daddy was living in another house now and that he would spend the night with us every other weekend. They seemed confused by that. They knew that something was off, but they couldn't put their finger on it. Then one Saturday afternoon, They asked if they could watch a movie with Daddy. I allowed it. I wanted them to feel close to their father. I dropped them off at his apartment. His new place didn't feel like a home. It was sterile and empty. There weren't any toys lying around, no laughter, no pictures on the walls. Just a bed, a TV, a couch, and a dining table. He was alone. There was nobody to fill the silence. I tried to smile, but it hurt. "Have fun," I said to them. "Call me when it's time to go home." I waved goodbye as I walked away. The following Monday, my son came up to me with a serious expression on his face. "Mommy, why does Daddy live in a hotel?" "He doesn't live in a hotel, honey. He lives in his own house." "But he does, though. He eats dinner with us at a table." I hugged him. "That's not a hotel, sweetheart. It's a restaurant." "Oh." Then he went back to playing. My daughter didn't say anything. She just gave me a strange look. I didn't know how to talk to her about it. I was scared of bringing up bad feelings between her and her father. 2 months passed. My son had grown attached to his new dog. My daughter was excelling at soccer. She scored 5 goals in a single game. I was proud of her, but also sad that he wasn't there to see it. I called him to tell him about it. We talked for a while. He sounded happy, for her. I was glad, but it made me miss him even more. One day he called me. It was late. "Can I come over? I want to talk to you." I opened the door. He looked different. He had lost weight. His eyes looked darker than usual. "Come in." I stepped aside to let him in. "Can I get you anything? A drink? Some water?" "No thanks, I just wanted to talk to you." We sat down on the couch. Neither of us said anything for a moment. I kept stealing glances at him. He was staring at the floor. Finally, he spoke. "I'm moving in with another woman. I hope you don't mind." Moving in with another woman, so that's what it was. All this time I thought that he was living in a hotel. Now it made sense. I forced myself to smile. "Why would I mind? As long as you're happy." My voice shook. "I am happy. She's everything I've ever wanted in a woman. Beautiful, smart, funny, she's perfect." Perfect. So that's what he was looking for. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. He was in love with her. That's why he wanted a divorce. That's why he left me. He was in love with someone else. All this time I thought that I was going crazy. That's why he never called me. That's why he never asked how I was doing. That's why he never held my hand. He was ashamed. He felt guilty. But he was in love with her. "When are you moving in?" "Next month. We're looking forward to it." Looking forward to it. He was excited. This was it. This was the reason why he wanted a divorce. This was it. "And, when will I meet her?" "Soon." "Soon. When, exactly? Would she be at his wedding? Would she be marrying him? Would I be invited to the wedding? Would he tell me if I was on her list?" A million questions were rushing through my mind. I had so many questions, but I knew that he wouldn't answer any of them. "I love you, Anna." "Wait, what? Did he just say what I think he said?" "I love you." He stood up. "I have to go. It was nice seeing you. Take care of yourself and the kids." He kissed me on the cheek and he left. I sat there stunned. He loved her. He didn't love me. 3 weeks ago, my husband and his new girlfriend were over for dinner. It was awkward. My daughter seemed suspicious. She kept asking me who she was. I told her that she was a friend. A friend that Daddy is in love with. "How do you know?" "Because you're holding hands under the table." My husband and his girlfriend were shocked. "Where did you learn a thing like that?" His girlfriend laughed it off, but my husband looked furious. "Don't ever say a thing like that again." Then he whispered something to her. I couldn't hear what he said, but his tone was angry. After they left, my daughter asked me, "Is that woman taking Daddy away from us?" I felt my throat tighten. "What do you mean?" "She seems to be taking Daddy away from us. Will Daddy still love us?" I knelt down next to her. "Of course he loves you. He will never stop loving you." I hoped that I sounded convincing. How could I possibly explain this to her? I don't even understand it myself. I saw him yesterday with the woman. They were walking hand in hand. He looked happy. She looked beautiful. They both looked perfect. perfect couple, perfect life, perfect love. Is that what it was? Perfect. They were perfect for each other. I saw them drive off in his car, his new car. They bought it a week ago. They said that it was for the kids. I wanted to ask him if he really loved her. I wanted to ask him if she was the one. I wanted to ask him if she was worth it. I wanted to ask him what happened to us. I wanted to ask him what I did wrong. But I didn't ask him anything. I just waved at them and smiled. I woke up this morning and realized that he wasn't in my bed. I wasn't surprised. I knew that he wasn't there anymore. I knew that he was with her. But something was wrong. Something was missing. I felt empty. Our sheets were still warm. I could still smell his scent on the pillows. I pulled the blanket closer to my body. I wanted him to come back. I wanted him to tell me that he loved me. I wanted him to tell me that he didn't want a divorce. I wanted him to tell me that he chose me. But he wasn't there. He was with her. And I knew that there was nothing I could do to change that. Then I remembered the sheets. I jumped out of bed and ran to the bedroom window. I ripped the sheets off the bed. They were blank. There was nothing written on them. I felt my heart sink. He was never coming back. He was never going to tell me that he loved me. He was never going to tell me that he didn't want a divorce. He was never going to tell me that he chose me. He had never loved me. The end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please consider subscribing and leaving a like or a comment below. And I'll see you soon with another story. Bye.